Hello, hello everyone. Let me know about mic and sound because it's always I can't really check the music and the mic, and last time we have good mic but no music whatsoever. Let me know in the chat. My name is Alina, for those of you who never been at my streams before, and I'm a character artist at Moon Studios, and the theme of today's stream gonna be wings and feathers, as thumbnail promised that. And yeah, let's get started. Let's just double check if I can see. Yep, I think I'm good. Okay, at least I know streaming is happening. My internet connection today is not really good, so my apology if stuff not going fast enough or I will have interruptions. Anyway, so how usually my streams go, I usually have some project which I work on few streams from early stage, let's say, to very final. But today will be a little bit different because I couldn't figure out what project I want to start. We finished with Girl with a Dragon last time, and I kind of have an idea what I want to do for next 4 or 5 streams, but it's still in a very, very early stage. So I decided I have this model. This is my personal project and it's like halfway done. And I decided why not talk about feathers and feather sculpting and like what to look at, what do I use, etc, etc. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. Let me again, if there is any problem with sound, let me know. I can check the sound on your end, and it's kind of flying blind. This pun intended, almost. Okay, so I will start a little bit different what I usually do. So this is my reference tag. And this is a sculpt. You can see actually, let me move it a little bit on one side, and I'm gonna show you because one wing is kind of almost done. The only thing I will need is I'm gonna do more defining work on this upper part of the wing, and maybe here, but a little bit there and there. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking. And this wing, as you can see, it's really like I haven't even touched this one. So we will work on this one today, and let's see, I'm not even sure what do I have here. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I have my basic shapes blocked, and I'm gonna show basically what's the anatomy, what tools do I use, etc. And we're gonna sculpt this thing together today. Okay, and let me probably just drop my credentials. So that's what I usually do. Oops. Not this one. Here we go. Okay, credentials in chat. He asked me anything Zbrush related, this theme related, and let's get started. So this is the reference that I have. This is basically the breakdown of the bird's, the various bird. It's not exactly anatomy, it's just like the wing tethers, how they structured. And this is obviously like wing unfolded. She has her wings folded, but they still have these three main shapes. It's not exactly anatomically correct, but it's somehow close to what do I mean by that? Because like those primary fibers, they are, let me show you in a Photoshop. So this in red gonna be, oh gosh, oh, it's huge. All right, so those are your primary fibers. Technically they go over there, but for these of sculpting I just block them like that. I have this part, upper parts separately. I have primary fibers and I have secondaries here. And actually it's going to be actually really helpful because this is also primary shapes that I have right now, big blocks of shapes like I have here, the building blocks if you want. And let me go back to Photoshop. And building on those, we're gonna do adding the secondary shapes, which will be this. Maybe this can be secondary. And then the final touch-up will be the small details, tertiary shapes. And this is how I think about fibers. So I have this basic shapes blocked, and I basically have this as a dummy right now because to speed up the process, I'm just gonna copy this one, which is, yeah, I think it's correct. It has more details on this one, and I'm just gonna mirror that to replace this kind of, I don't know, wobbly old dummy that's been there for some time already. I'm just gonna go subtle master, mirror, like that. Well, I should have actually, did I? Yeah, it was smart. So I just need to copy it, not in the same subtool, but as a separate subtool. Gonna move away the reference so far. And I'm gonna just put it in that place. Actually, her posture was reworked for some time. Her posture was reworked 2 times. This is why I can see the difference. Okay, yeah. Maybe it was not that smart, but okay. This is actually great because I'm gonna show you how it was made initially. So I think it sits well. Don't need that. Just before I was preparing for my stream, I was actually thinking I probably gonna change her wing size a little bit. She probably need her wings be a little bit bigger and longer, like more dramatic, but I'm gonna do it off stream later. And just good enough. Okay. Let's remove the old. Yeah, this old one. I like this part. Not sure why I removed this sticking part from her right wing. I don't know, but we're gonna bring it back. And for that I have my own feather brush. Here it is. And I'm gonna show you later how I created this feather brush, so you can do your own if you want to. Okay, it's right lower. It's insert mesh with very, very basic meshes. Here we go. Now we actually have to split the brushes up to I use this, like, I don't know what is it, reference, a dummy, really, and I don't need it anymore, so I'm gonna remove it right now. I could use it, I could sculpt over it as well. It's just like basically gonna save us a little bit of time. Not sculpting over this dummy that I use primarily to make sure I position these three primary parts well in the wing. And I'm gonna do the same for this part. Let's just make sure this looks good enough. So I'm gonna merge those two, but before doing that I want to make sure I kind of position it well enough. I also feel like there's gonna be, so what's going on there is all those feathers, each is in red. They should have her wings closed. Oh, let me show you in a second. So we basically like a fun closing together. So there's a lot of like layers of feathers. Those ones. It's this part. I can see it, for example, on that reference. And what I want to do, I want just to add a little bit of details. Not too much. I'm just gonna duplicate this. maybe I want a little bit more. And also I'm not gonna stick outside, so I'm going to stick them inside, like that. And then what I usually do after groups. Before it was same group, so now I do after groups, and now I can move them, mask and move them one by one. I can okay, yeah, my mic is working. Okay. For a second, I was thinking my mic is off, but no. That's all right. Maybe, you know, I'm gonna add Aye. I like to turn on polyframe with a color sometimes just to see it's a moving right shape, right subtool. It's all in a gray. It's hard to see sometimes. Yeah, let's say it's okay for us. And now I'm gonna keep it for now, but oh yeah. I will replace it with this part because it's already ready. Why I would repeat the same work again. Gonna save us a little bit of time. So I'm gonna mirror. For some reason did merge in one subtool before. Anyway, we need a new subtool from that. Okay, good. I'm gonna go there. Just put it in place. And let's remove the old part. I don't need it anymore. Making sure it's correct one, correct subtool, delayed, don't need it. So those parts was built basically with using that brush. I have different size of fibers, so this is for everything that's long, like that, like I did use just recently. This is for medium-sized fibers. We're gonna use it today a lot. And this is for basically the small fibers like that, like on her tail. And they have like very simple shapes with a little bit of definition for fibers like that. Because sometimes, let's check the reference. This reference, for example, you can see like they have the a bit of volume on the sides and this line in the middle, the like stem of the fiber in the middle. It's kind of depreciated a little bit. And the reason I don't have this brush with a highly detailed fibers because I like to do this detailing on the model when I'm happy with the placement, and then I see that I need those details, and then I just add using all kind of native Zbrush brushes, which we're gonna do today, sure, 100%. And yeah. I have very quiet chat today, so I just don't see it. Or people are really quiet. Can go both ways, but anyway, maybe I should just check with me. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. For some reason, chat in Restream don't catch up. So if people you messaging me on Twitch, I don't see it at all. Like, ay. What do we do? How do I? Event not started. Oh, I can see it started. Let's try again. So yeah, that looks like I don't see the chat from YouTube, and YouTube chat don't see what I post in chat. And I really don't want to. But I really don't want to restart. This is the thing. It's probably gonna break the stream. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check YouTube from time to time, but this is misfortunate situation. Okay, so I can't do anything, it seems. Is it working? Not at all. Okay. So anyway, here's a very weird way to post my credentials. This is my Instagram, and feel free to follow me there. This is my posting it from my personal account. Oh jeez. Ay. Let me post my station. Yes, this is YouTube chat that's broken, and so yeah, hello everyone. I kind of it's not working at all. Oh no, it's working. Okay, cool. It still sucks, but it sucks less. At least I'm gonna check it from time to time. And keep in mind I don't see it on Restream, which is misfortunate. Let me double check our settings. I'm not that familiar with Restream. I don't know where to go to check all the settings and stuff, so yeah, because I streaming, but just don't see the chat. Cool, lovely. Anyway, let's not waste time on the technical stuff, because I'm gonna show you that I have like some public announcement to do, and yeah, if you have questions, just drop them in the chat and I will be checking them from time to time. Okay, good. So those funny little feathers, they actually, the group of feathers with a funny name Alula, which is those in yellow in this scheme, and those are basically the birds' brakes. Like an aeroplane, and you like landed, they kind of open the wings up a little bit, so it slows faster. The same with the birds, they have this like part of like small part of wing with basically like a brakes, acting like a brakes. It's fascinating, and I think they actually aesthetically very cute. Let me show you. It's here on this wing. So very few of them. I just did two. It's my artistic choice. It's not anatomically correct. We can add more, whatever we wish. So insert mesh doesn't work with meshes that have subdivides. Pretty obvious. And I will show you workaround that later. Okay. Oh, I need to change brush so I can select. So my process with feathers is super simple. I have this brush that basically represents big feathers, medium feathers, and small feathers in different sizes, and I just stuck them, trying to keep close to anatomical reference. Obviously, different birds have different wings, very different, let's say that. My main reference was Raven, but obviously it will be differ from bird to bird. But my main reference, especially for the posture, was this one. I think it's great. And for this one, I'm probably gonna keep this base shape as it is. What do we have here? We have like some. We have two subdivisions on this. Yeah, I'm gonna work for now. So what do we have? So we have like this main feathers, which is the most important part of a wing. This is what makes birds fly. If we don't have those, they're not gonna fly. So, for example, if you want to keep your swans in a lake during the winter, what people did before, they would cut those feathers like here, and birds couldn't fly away, and they always like would be at that pond or whatever. So this is a main feathers, but they also have this row of feathers, which is like medium size, and they basically, actually all the upper part is to basically like add a little bit of thickness to close the gaps, whatever the gaps that big feathers, primary feathers has on top. So to make it smooth, to like be more aerodynamic. And from artistic point of view, oh my god, sorry for that, it's just no, I don't want to insert anything right now. From artistic point of view, it's very actually those called primary, and it's primary shapes, and this gonna be secondary shapes, which is already very, very pleasing to an eye. And we're gonna take our Alula a little bit on top, and then we'll figure out where it should go. And let's say, first of all, obviously this have to be a little bit on top of the primary feathers, and I'm just gonna pick up this brush and add, we're gonna choose smaller feathers and just gonna stack. So you can't really use insert mesh over the mesh that have subdivides. That suck. I would love to have opportunity to just go there and like all my feathers. Unfortunately not gonna work. You can see like every time I try to boom, it's message me mesh composed with multiply subdivision levels. Let's see, do we have, what do we have here? Do we have, no, we don't have. So we're gonna append them to that like subtool that don't have subdivides yet, which is great, and it allows us to use this. Sometimes like all my subtools have subdivides on it, then the one, like if I don't want to kill subdivides, I just have to like add this polysphere as a new subtool, and then append to that, and then delete the sphere. So it, insert mesh would, oh Jesus, interesting. It's my perif doing shit things. So yeah, and just let's and then in next hour I'm gonna show you how I created this brush with feathers. So we're gonna cover everything. So how I use this brush and how I create this brush. It's very simple. I could put it on Gumroad and charge you like $5 for that, but I think it would be like way better if I just show you how I did it. It's super simple. It's like it takes like literally 30 minutes to create all of it, maybe less. 30 minutes if you're very slow. I'm gonna detach this as a new subtool, split mask point, and I'm gonna check chat now because I don't see the chat. Very misfortunate. Restream didn't work for me this time. It's usually working just fine. It's the first time ever I have this problem. So then I can either just keep stacking them from insert mesh, right? Let me open insert mesh. Oh, just Jesus, come on. From here, or I can just go to move, select what I have already. Maybe I want to do some changes. Let's say maybe I want to, first of all, I want to put a little bit deeper. And then I would just, let's say, maybe I want to make this pointy, a little bit sharper. Maybe I feel like this thickness is not enough. Maybe I want to add thickness or make it more thin. Could work both ways. It's very, very simple geometry, honestly. And then I'm just gonna copy that. Actually, I'm a little bit wrong, but I'm gonna fix it later, because I'm now looking at that side and I did actually a bit of a different pattern, and I didn't do them that spiky. I just did them a little bit rounder. Anyway, you can see I can't move them individually. I need to do auto groups. Now I can move them separately, which I'm gonna do now. And I wanted to check, need to check actual chat. Hi everyone. What's a creature? It's I don't know, harpy. It's gonna be part of a bigger composition. For now, I'm just working on her, and yeah, don't want to spoil because it will be like very dramatic scene, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. What's creature did? Since there is no question except how I am, thank you very much. Been pretty good. Since there is no questions, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna check the chat a little bit later. Again, my stream chat doesn't work, so I don't see what people messaging me on YouTube for some reason. And I don't want to restart the stream because I'm not sure if I'm not gonna break anything. I don't want it to be like 2 parts on YouTube or whatever. Good evening. Good evening. All right. Let's keep working. So you can see I made this. I already made this part here, and then I start. I feel like they're short on that side, right? So let's make them shorter, just smaller altogether. Again, those feathers, covered feathers, will be different from species to species. So my main reference was ravens. This is my sculpture reference board. Not gonna show you everything because it's usually my sculpture reference for few of a project. There is some anatomy references, and if I'm gonna like flash it, it's gonna be banned from YouTube, and we don't want this. But I'm gonna show you what I have here, and yeah, you can see that as absolutely they are very different from cuckoo to raven. What else I have? I have a small bird. I don't quite sure what kind of bird it is. And yeah, but I think it was really awesome reference. I found this white crow or raven photo, and it's really fantastic because it's basically not only it actually have you can see the muscle and the wing anatomy, you also can see how this primary and secondary tethers are working, and the like discovered tethers from under the wing is going, which is great. Fun fact, those albino birds are usually very sickly, and each time the crows, I don't know, I'm not sure, I would assume it's a crow, not a raven, each time they have very poor eyesight, they're really sickly, they usually don't survive in the wild, and then the other crows see the white crow, they try to kill it. It's nature. Wonderful and kind. But it's a great reference because it's sometimes really hard to read this in a dark feathers, but it's great to read it in a light color. Same here. So yeah, nature is really unkind to those guys. Okay, let's come back. Let's come back. What's it? Oh, that's my headphones. So I'm gonna just keep stacking them one over another. I feel like a shape could be a little bit more elegant. And I also feel like they should be dipping on one side. I'm gonna show you in a second what I mean. Like that. Otherwise it just so we have a little bit of tilt. Come on. Like that. Again, every time I duplicate a couple of feathers, I do after groups, so now I have like all of them in a separated groups, so I can select them separately. Also, I can just use move topological on them, which is gonna be very handy. I need move topological. Also here, I just like place them in the shapes, which is, let me show you if I can. Does it shows? Oh shit, it's really misfortunate. Let's take it to Photoshop now. Actually, yeah. Let's create a new one. So this is not exactly the anatomical, but depending on my bird species again, but I group them like that, more regular than it probably would be in nature. Just more pleasing, give a little bit of variety on these covered fibers. So I should do the same on that side, and I'm gonna do the same now. I should probably use transpose. And I also feel like I can use a little bit like inflate, maybe like one. Sometimes it really helps because it helps to stack them closer together, and sometimes just one or two units of inflate. I don't know how we measure it. It's a mystery, but it helps a little bit with the shape, building the shapes. Also, I can move all of them and give them a little bit of shapes, so they kind of a little bit curvy. On that side, you can see it. See it. Let's see them. They go in an arc a little bit, and we're gonna do it here. The other thing is, so this mesh was created for different projects, and because I do sculpt birds in all kinds of shapes and forms very frequently, one thing we can do, we can actually remesh them to make them even like simpler geometry. Sometimes it's easier to manipulate, and I probably do just that. Let's go geometry, remesher, and just, can we do half? I don't think it did half. Let's do maybe, oh yeah, that's much nicer, I think. Maybe even less. Yeah, it's good. That's my personal preference. I prefer to work with low poly objects, low poly and meshes. Now, because it's easy to manipulate, and the one thing that I absolutely hate, it's this wobbliness when you move around object or subtool. It has too many polygons, and I try to get rid of this wobbliness as much as I can, because once we nail this shape, also I have to do after group again, because the remesher basically make them all one group. And yeah, once it's done, we always can add subdivisions and add more resolution, more details, then yada yada, absolutely no problem. Anyway, let's just keep moving those parts. Let's say like that. Okay. Gonna take a little bit of break and read the chat and see if there's any questions. Not really. So I guess we could. Since I can't drop my credentials, this is in the chat. the stream doesn't work. So this is my Instagram handle on the bottom. And more of my Instagram credentials for YouTube is on the description. Also like the stream, please. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help poor kittens. Absolutely, 100%. I know that. So if you like cats, I'm gonna have one soon. Here, just my cat usually do appearance on the streams. I would be surprised if he would not do it today. Alrighty, let's say, is it equal? It should go there. Let's, actually I like this shape a lot, quite a lot. Maybe I should make this shape closer to that shape. Anyway. This is our, let's bring our feathers here. Here, oh, Jesus. So, marginal coverts. Basically, this mask that's on the top of a wing. I think you can see it here. It's closer to my actual sculpt. You can see it here. This mass of feathers, they're very small. Their only mission is to close or to make the sleek surface on the wing very aerodynamic. And then underneath is how do we call it again? I forgot. Primary covert, secondary covert. This is a row of smaller feathers. Let's move this out of the way. What should I do? Should I definitely, because those are coverts for this part of the wing, so I have to continue them till this primary meets the secondary feathers. So let's say, let's duplicate it once again. Now I feel like I can make them sharper, but not. The tip will be somewhere in the middle, just like here. And maybe a little bit wider, the shape's a little bit different to match the side. And then maybe I kind of don't like how those three now basically in a line, not good. So yeah, then just basically I block a shape and when I move them around to see if I can get up, I need to change the groups to see if I can give them a little bit of artistic treatment. Make sure they're not too repetitive. Make sure they create really nice organic shape. Not necessarily exactly anatomical, not exactly the reference. Just it have to be looking good and be relatively anatomical. So this is my philosophy for making the art. You should know anatomy, but you should be able to break the anatomy if it suits your artistic goals. Okay, here we go. Here's my cat. So I guess every time I stream in this, my cat looks like that. His name is Vanya. Come. Voila! Cute boy! Say hello. No. Please don't yell at me anymore. Here we go. It's always fair, like second out. Sorry, watch not from beginning. Is it a game character on print ready? I don't work on a game character on streams because for the game character is it has to be T-pose. It could be a nice print and eventually I might do it. She might be like maybe 12 centimeters bigger, and I'm gonna take my cat from there. Yeah, people. Oh, it's not this. This one. Hey, please like, please subscribe. This is my project manager. You see, he wants you to press the like button or whatever, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever. So this is like, and I find like T-pose is extremely boring for me. I do it for work, and it's you can't avoid it. You have to do it for in-game characters, and so I don't do this during the streams. For the streams, I just do like just projects for fun. This is kind of more educational than fun. This is my personal project, and it's just gonna be composition for artistic purposes solely. Anyway, yeah, so let's say we kind of done with primary coverts here. I still don't like it. I feel like they might be maybe just like they're now too repetitive. Let's say probably gonna move them like that. And maybe sometimes it's just good to duplicate, just to add a little bit of details there. Ah, Jesus, I forgot this. Okay, the group. Let's move it. Control H to hide the mask, so you can actually work and see what you're doing if mask is too contrasty. Okay. Let's say like that. Okay, it's better from artistic point of view. It's not too regular, less boring. Then let's do secondary cover. It's gonna be the same situation. Maybe for like for purpose of a stream, not to waste time. Let's just copy them. Let's just copy them. Should we copy them? So this is how I made it on a opposite wing, already done. It's already kind of done. What I did here, I just merged them into one subtool right now. Let me show you how it looks like. And we're gonna do this on that side as well. Because, yeah, just what we're gonna do is we will do them one by one. Not very efficient, but yeah. Use the same brush again. Oh Jesus, I'm on our own subtool brush. Come on. I don't like it. It's gonna be too wobbly if I'm gonna move it around too much with a move tool, so I'm gonna switch to the Gizmo auto transpose. It's gonna be a better. And then we're gonna talk how you can make this similar brush. You can see it's very simple. It's just very like simple shapes, no details whatsoever. And since Covert's kind of on the same level, I'm gonna put her a little bit, put this part a little bit up, like that. Maybe I should pull, oh, it's split masked. No, maybe I should pull those a little bit on the bottom. And another thing is, I probably now just Z-remesh it. Z-remesh the hell of it, because this is too much. Too much. Gonna check the chat. Alrighty. Maybe even less. Here we go. And the same, just copy. And then after group. I'm gonna move them one by one a little bit. I think I want to tackle the other one. Come on. here I need this one. Here we go. And sometimes, so what's happening less with coverts, more with the small feathers. They are still kind of, they're blown with a wheel, they tilted a little bit, some feathers, so it can give like a nice variety. So let's say, for example, here this feather is a little bit like on the side, and it's, you can see here that it's a little bit like lifted by the wind, let's say. So it's sometimes good to add this variety, and we're gonna add, let's say, for example, let's say this sticking out just a little bit, just to add some character into that. And then yeah, we can just keep adding one by one. So let's say on I have a reference with Raven here, and you can see like those are kind of wider, this is kind of narrower covered feathers. So I would change this, oh no, this one a little bit. Maybe you can add a little bit of like stem here. Is it a stem? Is it? Not sure. Anyway, and then let's copy this one. After group. I can technically, then I copy the feather. I can just, you know, then reverse a mask, Ctrl V, and I will create a new polygroup automatically for this feather. It's also possible. I keep forgetting. It's not, oh, I don't have to do after group each time. I just keep forgetting that there's other ways, and I have it here. It's my custom interface because I use it quite a lot. I like to group, and I group inside one subtool quite a lot. It's very handy. Okay, so let's say we have these two rows. I would probably rotate it to make it perfect. Let's rotate it because I think it should go like that. Like that. And then on top of those, we obviously have like small smaller feathers. This thing is not exactly anatomical. Well, not for the raven. If we like raven across, because you can see that it has rows of smaller feathers and it has rows of kind of medium feathers. This is already not primary coverts, it's marginal coverts. So those one and those one in the green, and they differ in size. But I decided I'm not gonna dig into that much anatomical similarity and just keep them like that. Also, I'm not gonna, you can probably see on that side, I try to balance details and relaxed places, so this part of it gonna have almost no details. Well, it's more artistic, let's say. I don't like this is what actually I want to say make you a good artist. No, I'm not sure. You can also have a lot of detail and still be a good artist, but I prefer the sculptures, I prefer the paintings. There's a lot of simplification in the shape, so I do that. I don't see the reason why I should like populate every goddamn empty space with details. It's not to my taste. Again, like for example, like I have tail feathers, just my cat is yelling, and they probably gonna stay like that. I'm not gonna do much here, so this place gonna stay fairly relaxed. This gonna stay like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna add few more feathers on her tail, and I'm gonna add more details on her tail, a little bit on these big feathers, and that's it. That's it. I don't see the need to like litter details over every inch here. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat. Again, I don't see the chat on the stream for some damn reason. I have to go and check it on YouTube manually. I have no idea what's happening on Twitch. I assume I can see the Twitch, but okay. No, nothing yet. So actually, important public announcement. Since I can't drop links in the chat, Moon Studios just launched co-op on Rest for the Wicked, and we have a huge discount. So I'm gonna show you on a web browser. Yeah, this is a project I'm working on, for those of you who have never been there before. And we now have, I have this in my library, but No Rest for Wicked is now with 40% discount, which is very rare. Like, I remember 25, 30, 40 is really rare, and we just launched co-op so people can play together. So check it out, and people seems liking it, so yeah, check us out. Yeah, you can see here. Save 40% of No Rest for Wicked. This is rare. I don't know if we're gonna do any sale before the full launch, so it's a really good, it's a bargain. And what else? Since I can't really go share my social. So my Instagram is on the bottom here. It's in YouTube description box. Instagram, I have a, yeah, it's me. Please check it out. Please follow. Please also like this stream and subscribe to Maxon channel, because we have a lot of really good artists there streaming. And yeah, thanks everybody. It was public announcement break, and now we're gonna get back to sculpting. The same actually happening underneath the wing. Give me a second. Stay hydrated. So since having this up and this underneath the wing is also very important, it's basically following the same rules. It's the same situation. You can see it, for example, here. It's primary coverts in this just less diverse, they are more flat, like wing have some sort of aerodynamic shape in it. Let's say it's actually curving on upper side, but on the bottom it's flat or a little bit inside. I pushed it inside a lot, but it's just for kind of, it's my artistic preference, my artistic choice, let's say. And in the case of this wing, I just don't add a lot of details. So you can see it's pretty smooth there. First of all, there's no real point. It's in a shadow, you're not gonna see it much. And this, for example, this group of feathers is actually not exactly anatomically correct, but it looks good from this, that kind of posture. And it's more like, more of a decoration, more like artistic choice rather than anatomical correctness, let's say. Let's put it on the side for now. Let's make it smaller. So on that side also, this I made this top part is really fixed, so it's kind of, so both primaries is going inside of this kind of top layer. So which is what we're gonna do now. Let's do that. It's kind of, this is not anatomically correct. Well, exactly. Originally it's still very thin, but just a little bit easier for me to work like that. Also, Zbrush is really unforgiving when you work with like thin shapes. It's, you have to turn on backface mask. Sculptor is not gonna work with backface mask, so I always kind of do a little bit of exaggeration here, inflate a little bit of inflation here. Don't need it here, but yeah, mostly on the bottom. Yeah. So we can now sculpt here, and it's not gonna affect my... did it? Yeah, I did. So what's this? What I was talking about? I just don't like this situation, and also I'm gonna use them as gonna use this part as a covered feather from inside. So these primary feathers have to go inside, underneath. Same with Alula. Oh, what's going on? I don't like that. What is it? You look like a... Yeah, I think it came from... Oh, I can always smooth it later. I see. It's not a big deal. That's all right. Then those feathers will go straight here underneath. I don't care all that much how it looks like, because we're gonna be covered. Not sure if they're gonna have to go off or inside. I mean, I'm gonna figure it out later, probably off stream. All right, so yeah, another thing that I haven't showed you but is somehow important in my process, so I like to merge them. Hey, come on. I'm not in a move brush. Oh, I still kind of... Yeah. I like to merge them, and what I do, I usually do very primitive thing is remesh by union. Did we get? Have it? Yeah, I did. And then I just, the other thing is, they are a little bit high poly. You can maybe see it, not like it's a huge drama, but you can see this low polyness. So it's, as I said before, if it's way too much of low polyness, I can always go subdivide them. Now they are really pretty and smooth, nothing like annoying here. And then I'm gonna merge them, but for that I have to delete all those subdivisions. Oh, wrong button. And now we can remesh by union. I have to use Sculptris. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, is it? Haven't worked. It feels like it didn't remesh by union at all. I kind of have this problem sometimes, and yeah, like it just didn't. Okay, come on. Ah, here we go. And I will just relax some of those lines. For me, they look too CG, way too repetitive. So I like to go back and relax a little bit. sometimes you don't really need a lot of details, you just need the hint of details, and the human brain will build everything else. This is exactly what happened there. That's one sub-tool. It's also, can even smooth it a little bit more. I didn't do it here yet because I'm still not sure if I like those feathers, I like the positions, etc, etc. But I'm gonna do it once I kind of decided on a design. Let's say we're gonna do same here. Again, we're gonna do subdivides, delete lower, free mesh by union. You can dynamesh. I prefer mesh by union. In that case, it's probably not gonna do the difference because once I added some subdivides, they kind of have already quite a resolution. Sometimes why I prefer a mesh by union is because if I have very low res detail and I want to keep it low res, keep it clean, then remesh by union is a great help. We also can do just that. Let's say I like to use polish with dynamesh. And here we go. Did we dynamesh? Yeah, we did. Which is also have its advantages because polish would like throw a layer of kind of polish, a smoothness, which is sometimes, especially when I'm working on more cartoony character, not this more messy, I can't say realistic, it's like semi-realistic. When a cartoony character, we need to have everything very polished and very smooth. So dynamesh with polish is a great help. All right, let's say we kind of happy with this situation with coverts. We happy with this situation, and we need to add coverts here, and we need to add small feathers on the top. And then I'm gonna show you how I make the brush, and this is gonna be pretty much it. I probably am gonna go a little bit longer than usual because I still have a lot of work to do. Yeah, let's speed up and make these coverts on the bottom just in one row, in one go. Let's say this is, oh Jesus, come on, come on. I will move it for now. Let's go through the brush. Let's use this one. Let's. I can select this subtool. It doesn't have subdivides, so I can use my insert mesh. And I need to actually rotate. Oh. Okay, so I need them to bend a little bit more for underneath the thing. Then we're gonna have it as a separate object. That's a trimmer shed, because I feel like they're gonna need way less low poly. The group. I probably will go and redo this brush for a little more low poly diverse. I feel like it's gonna be good thing to do. This will, like, at some point on a top layer, I feel like a little bit of thickness would help from artistic point of view. Here, I kind of feel like they like a little bit too thick, so I'm gonna inflate them backwards, literally for 1 or 2. Yeah, like 2. I have 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like it's better. It's minute difference, but because then I see them in a profile and they like chunky and it's it doesn't look good. I couldn't see it on the top. Actually, in the top it looks better the chunkier they are. And here I just don't like this. And let's just populate them really quick, so you would get the idea. Oh. I should probably use transpose at this point. Actually, transpose is ideal to work with feathers. Only if I can catch this, and it's like it's made to work with like long objects. But sometimes it's really hard to see where you're moving objects, so sometimes I feel like I use Gizmo more now, and transpose is secondary. Sometimes it's great to like, honestly. Sometimes it's real risky, but many situations. I feel like I need more visibility, more control. Here we go. Let's do after groups. Last one. And we'll see if we're gonna I kinda can sketch like what do I want my inside to look like. Let's say it's gonna be shorter feathers. I don't know if you can see much on this shader. Not much better, maybe. Okay, let's check this chart. And now let's work with this top part. Although I'm not sure about the shape, I'm probably gonna change it, but we need to use the smaller feathers, right? To showcase you how and where they should go. So this is gonna be fairly simple again. I can't insert mesh in this subtool, so I'm just gonna choose another one. I'm not gonna use insert mesh. Oh yeah, actually, that's very silly of me. I save every 15 minutes. I haven't saved during the stream today. Alright. Alright. Chat is quite quiet. So again, let's create a new subtool. So this one, the insert mesh itself a little bit chunky, so I will probably throw inflate around on those. The other thing is, like, those coverts will lay over each other a little bit like a tile, rooftop tile. So they have to create this very strong solid surface. So there is a method in those, and it's kind of important to think when you just add them. And let's say not all of them will be with this shape. Some of them will be like simply a shape like that. Oh. Just like a feather in nature, they shift the shape once they like going from one place to another place. So here it will be smaller feathers. You can see it really well on the Cuckoo reference. Is it? I can find it. Here we go. Yes, let's say have this Cuckoo reference, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, the quality of JPEG is not really good, but you can see it's smaller on very top, and then it's go slightly bigger. It's still this upper covered part. They are different in size, bigger down there, smaller on the very top of a wing. They also change in size once we go from outside of wing closer to body. So is it important? Yeah, kind of look really good. So I would definitely borrow it from the reference. Might not be the most important thing. I just like this shape variation. This feather, because it's made for very thin, small feathers, it's a little bit, the thickness is not enough, and this thickness is a little too much, in my opinion. So I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna, let's say, we're gonna select one of them, move it here. Again, keeping in mind this roof tile situation, they kind of, those particular going over and over. Almost always. And some of them can be longer, which is also nice. And this is how we like, this is what's happening in the top of a wing and on top layer of a wing. What a break. And going up here, they're gonna also go on top of each other. Come on. And then let's say, oh, again, the group. Those are going to be smaller. So here, going closer to the outer side of a wing. Yeah, come on. Kind of change the size a little bit. Now with those those gonna be the part of his subtle on the top. Again, I like to group things. I like to get rid of this CG look with actually like layering subtles and layering parts, repetitive like parts on top of each other, like create this CG, very unpleasant in my opinion, CG look. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna merge it with this top of a wing. So let's find this here. And we're gonna first of all move them, making sure it's now one over another, and then it's gonna merge down. And then here let's say I'm just I'm kind of running out of time, so I kind of have to accelerate the situation a little bit. Let's say I'm gonna sometime I will just, you know. Oh, come on, come on. Wow, this flatten looks a little bit. Come on. Wow, this is not how it's supposed to work. Anyway, that's weird. Weird. Maybe I have geometry on the bottom. I don't know. All right, so just need this. Move it a little bit on the bottom. So I wanted to, I shouldn't merge them that fast because I wanted to do some sculpting on this. Let's separate them for a couple of minutes. Let's add a little bit of sculpting on this big mesh, and I'm gonna use Zbrush and Curve. I still don't like it, but I'm gonna turn sculptress of this. This is ugly. So this very top, it's like combination of this, basically like just sculpting with like standard Zbrush brushes and a little bit of insert brushes. And on if I need some very fine line, so I have to accelerate the process here, like for example those, just hint that there is a feathers. It's not bold, but they don't do each feather separately. I don't sculpt each feather separately. I would go and use slash. Slash can be found in brushes. Slash here. This is my favorite brush from this stock, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of sharpness. Sometimes just like I would hatch if I would do drawing. Here, some hint that there is a feathers, so I don't have to sculpt all of them. Just thinking in masses. And but I don't like to use this for actually sculpting the feathers. It's really great like to add this. We have a hint. There's something going on, some noise. I don't like to use it here because this is wobbly. This is an ugly ass geometry. Real feathers have kind of really nice curve in them. I need to turn off curve. And they don't have wobbliness. They are actually, this is why I like to use flatten brush often. They don't stick in like that. And then on the very least, then I feel like I'm good. I like a shape. I like everything. My very last touch up on the very end of the feathers would be with snake hooks on all kind of, and I just like pull the pieces that would stick out. Because then you can see, then we have feather that's broken because of the use. You can see it here, like for example on her tail. There's quite a lot of broken fibers, so to say. For those, I would use snake hook and move brush with Aku curve. Alright, I'm gonna check the chat and I'm gonna show you how I create this brush for the feathers, and that's gonna be it for today. Just okay, there's not much happening in the chat. Alright, so insert feather brush. I would like to think about it. Let's check. Let's take polysphere and make polymesh 3D. Get rated. And let me first of all show you what I have here. So I have like primary feathers. Oh, we don't need asymmetry. We need primary feathers. And then we need coverts. And then we need all kind of these small feathers for different parts of a wing. They actually, those particular gonna be used on a bird body, on a bird head, not everywhere where I need like feathers sticking out. Let's say here, around her head, quite a lot, underneath the wings, for example, to add more details, etc. So this is what we have. We need give me this So yeah, this is basically, it's very simple brush. Let's take polysphere. Let's create, make polymesh. And do we have symmetry here? Okay, so can we have symmetry? Symmetry will help. First of all, we're gonna add a little bit of subdivides to have better resolution. And symmetry. Not even that. Let's enlarge it a little bit. Okay. Right now I'm masking. I can use actually mask pen, just gonna work as well. I kind of just used to use lasso. I keep forgetting the mask pen is still very good for some stuff like that. Let's say I blocked this shape of a feather. Why I need sphere? Because those feathers have a little bit of curvature on them. It's really helping. So then Control Alt Shift, and we have like a little bit of sharpening of mask edges. And then this part of the brush is old, is, I don't know, it's been there forever. It's called Extract. Just let me. And we're gonna do Extract. It's still very thin. I'm gonna add a little bit of thickness. Let's say, do we like that? Because we make double, that kind of might work. Maybe still tiny bit more thickness. Here we go. I think it's perfect. So I don't need this part. Sorry for that. And we have this shape, which is already looking very good. But what's more, I feel like, look at this solo, and I'll turn on wireframe. You can see like it's automatically created 3 groups. One for the upper part, one for the thickness, and one for the bottom. Which then I prefer. Not all my brushes have it. The small feather-like brush, I think, have it or had it in the process of creation. And we need it because if I would remesh it, because I need to remesh it, I need to, obviously, this is too heavy, I need to have it low poly, lighter. Oh wait, that's my bad. So the main idea is for with these poly groups, keep groups, keep creases. This is what we need, and then we can then remesh and let the brush do its magic. I think it's really beautiful. What do you call it? Blanking. Anyway, topology is beautiful. We will do another remesh. We just need to get rid of these creases. We're gonna go crease, crease all, crease polygroups, this crease that are gonna gonna be unhelpful. Trust me. I've been doing it for quite some time. So yeah, this is what we need. Maybe if you need sharper edges here, then you probably might want to do creases here. We're gonna use that modeler. I did undo my last remesh, and I'm gonna do crease 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do another set remesh. Yeah. So if you want sharper edges, and it works better for you, yeah, it's gonna. And then from here, literally, you can create the rest of this fibers in a second. Let's say another one will be. Let's say we need to duplicate it. Then obviously let's duplicate this one. Let's say we want to create like a bigger one. This is for the bigger covert fibers. The one that the one like that. If you need to create like this stem, there's few ways to do that. You can just keep this that geometry in like just sculpt it. Maybe you want to subdivide it for better sculpting. Maybe you want to do it like that, and maybe it's gonna be like that. You decide. That doesn't matter. Like, what's you think gonna work for your fibers? So this is the second, and then let's say you need this beautiful long fibers for the. Let's duplicate this again, and then basically let's put it up front a little bit so I can see what I'm working on. Yeah, that's not gonna work quite well, so you still have to go and actually for just scaling it, it's probably not gonna do a great job. But because we have these polygroups, we can actually do all kind of come on selection. So I can select this one, and then top will be masked, and I can go inside and just, you know, make it. Anyway, let's do that. For example, and then the same. Let's say we kind of shape it to our liking. The primary fiber have a little bit much like asymmetrical shape. Let's say and then we have to remesh it. So we have Maybe we need a little bit more resolution here because they are very long. Yeah, that's gonna work. Unperfect, you can take time, make it perfect. I feel like this part can use crease on them. Here we go, let's say. And then if you still feel like it's not enough of a resolution, you can always add here, and then the light lower, because for those primary favors with my cat. That was Vanya. Vanya's here. Project manager. He's project manager of his ball, and he's reminding me that he haven't been fed for 2 hours. Drama. And he also stepped on my... Oh my god. That's very loud. Okay, so let's say we are happy with what we have. We don't need a sphere. Sphere can go. And then I haven't create insert multi-mesh. Here we go. This is our new brush, and we can add all kind of favors in the same brush, and we can now use it. Let's go back to this. To whatever favor work we want to use it. All right, I'm gonna see if we have any questions in chat. Oh, finally I can see the chat in my stream by the end of my stream. Nice. Yeah. Do you have any suggestion to make wings? The insect wings, not bad. And like not insect wings. I'm not sure what's the question about. Thank you for complimenting my work. Let's finally drop my credentials here. That was ridiculous. Let's drop credentials in the chat. Finally. This is my own. Substack is dead, but I might still revive it. What else? Yeah. Let me advertise our project a little bit more. So Restful Wicked is the game I currently work in, and I think it's great, and I think everybody should play in it. It's here, it's now on sale, and the reason I can't show my work for Restful Wicked here, we're still under NDA, game is still in early access. Once the embargo will be lifted, I probably can come here and like share like our process. Oh, sorry for my lighting. We'll see if I get approved from my boss. I will definitely do just that. This is also hand painted, but we do use that brush as a primary step for blocking the shapes a lot. I actually use that brush a lot to make some low polys, not every low poly, but some of it. And yeah, I hope I could share it one day, but we have to wait till the project is fully released. because at some point I made a video, it should go on the Moon channel at some point, about our process, how we create a character. So if you want to know more about how Nurse for Wicked characters are done, we can talk about it soonish, hopefully. Well, for now, I only can do my personal projects here. So yeah, do we have any questions, comments? Yeah, okay, yeah, so for the thin wings, I got it. Let me check if I can open one of my old projects here and see. Because is it there? No. My all right, so I'm not sure I can find this fast enough. Let's see, I can find my project on ArtStation quickly. So this was a project. I made this insect-like wings for her. And you better not to use plain. So the only reason why you would be using plain is if you making it to in-game low poly or something and you're gonna use alpha. Zbrush don't like planes, unfortunately. You have to have thickness. So if I would drop this, create like this, let's say I would create more resolution. Oh, just let me change. Let's say I'll choose, let's say I want to do dragonfly wing or something. Well, technically, you can delete all your delete lower, do this, create polygroup, make that. You can smooth the border between polygroups. It's somewhere, maybe it can, I think it's polish by features. Yes, you can do that, and you can simply delete hidden, where it is, delete hidden. Voila, we have something, but it's one-sided basically. And the brush, you can make it double-sided, yes, here in display properties, but it's still gonna be such a pain to work with, so I never do that. I usually do work with usually work with thickness. And how I do this thickness is let's go back to very beginning, to very beginning of this plane. What I would do, I would add I would extrude all polygons, extrude all polygons, create like this, still thin, but it's double-sided right now, so you can work on either side, although with some difficulties. And then let's say this is gonna be our wing. Again, new Control B, new polygroup, and go to Deformation, polish by features, beautiful. Then now the thing is, it's not like, no, I think it's gonna be extrude. Yeah, you know what? I forgot. Yeah, if I do that, that basically like it has no thickness. Again, it's kind of stupid, but can we? Let's say we can. Can we delete lower, delete hidden? It's a complete improvisation. I have no idea. Can we close holes? I don't think so, but just throw in everything. Oh yeah, we can. No, it's no. We have this. This is terrible. Close holes. Not gonna work on that. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, then in this case, I think the only option is extrude, and we don't need the thickness here, so we can just extract, accept. This is what I would do if I really desperate to make thin wings in Zbrush. Unmask everything, yeah, something like that. I don't usually do that. There's another streamer here who actually sculpt specifically insects, so I think that's gonna be your guy. Because I'm not that. I'm a favorite person. A favorite guy or girl. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the main thing: don't ever use a plane in Zbrush unless there is something very specific you wanna do with a plane. Don't use one-sided objects in Zbrush. It's kind of, it's a pain. It's never work, at least for me. Anyway. Thanks very much. Please check the restful wiki if you have not done so yet. Yeah, like, follow. Manager asked me to remind you to like this damn stream and channel and ring the bell so we can come back and show you more stuff, really cool stuff. Promise. And yeah, thank you very much. See you soon.